Metropolitan Police hired a child rapist because he was black and they wanted to hit a diversity target. They launched the world's worst DEI scheme. They wanted to hit a quota of black, Asian and ethnic minority staff. So what did they do? Well, they went back through recruits that they'd initially rejected, looked for people who weren't white, dropped their vetting standards and then hired them, just so that they could tick a box and say, yay, we're not racist, look how progressive we are. Well, it turned out they hired this guy. This is Cliff Mitchell. He had already been suspected of child rape at the time that the Metropolitan Police decided to hire him. But of course, he wasn't white, so the Met were happy to have him. He went on to be convicted of 10 counts of rape against 2 women, 3 counts of rape against a child under 13, 1 kidnap offence and 1 breach of a non-molestation order. In total, 114 vetting decisions were overruled by the diversity panel. 25 of those turned out to be criminals. They lowered standards to appease the diversity brigade and they employed rapists and criminals. Cosmic. But this news comes just a couple of days after this.
Why are we only hearing about this now? Why is it that a report has come at lunchtime today from the Times newspaper that you had information on the 5th of September that there were likely to be vigilante groups within the West Midlands community itself who were planning to take action against the Maccabi fans? How is it that this committee is just hearing this for the first time?
Well, I think this is the first time specifically that you've asked for that detail. Well, that's what we tried. That's what we tried to get across.
Absolutely outrageous.
Ridiculous. West Midlands Police consulted mosques that hosted anti-Semitic preachers, didn't reveal details about armed Muslim gangs and apparently relied on false intelligence just so that they could appease the Muslim community in Birmingham and ban Jews from coming. Nobody has been sacked yet for that, remarkably. In April last year, West Yorkshire Police temporarily blocked white British candidates from applying for jobs as recruits to its police constable entry programmes. Black and Asian candidates were allowed to apply early. In 2019, Cheshire Police was ordered to pay thousands after an employment tribunal found they had discriminated against a well-qualified white applicant. The force had rejected him despite his high scores in an effort to improve the representation of minority groups. Thames Valley Police were found to have engaged in unlawful positive discrimination. The force appointed an Asian sergeant to the rank without any competitive process or public advertisement. They had a make it happen mandate. Yay! I mean, make anti-white discrimination and the lowering of police standards happen. Fantastic. It's not just police forces who appear to have prioritised diversity over quality. The RAF discriminated against white male recruits. They fast-tracked women and ethnic minorities instead. MI5 and MI6 and GCHQ all have diversity drives. They launched a 10 to 11 week programme specifically for university students from black, Asian and ethnic minority backgrounds, as well as those from socially or economically disadvantaged backgrounds. Do we really want our intelligence services messing around like that? You know how we keep hearing about the threat of AI and cyber attacks? Well, Britain's leading AI security body, the Alan Turing Institute, scrapped its key diversity mandate after coming under pressure from ministers to actually prioritise national security over investigating social bias and workplace cultures. The London Fire Brigade declared itself to be institutionally racist. Then, when they were asked about why they were racist by Lee Anderson MP during a select committee hearing, they just couldn't give any examples.
Could you please tell me, Councillor, what unfair advantages white people have in your force?
I would hope not, none.
Do they have any advantages?
No.
Then how can you be institutionally racist?
Sorry, I might have to get back to you.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. People who say that Britain is racist are idiots. We need to stop this. Is Britain better or worse than it was 15 years ago? Is anything working better? No. We need to stop messing about with stuff like this and just hire people on merit.